explique plus si tu veux.
Then they are painting
Modèle.
first the pottery, so they are doing big.
Voilà.
Voilà. Bon. De se débrouiller.
C'est quoi?
C'est des choux blancs.
Des choux blancs. Qui est là?
Et tes yeux. Et tes yeux. Et tes yeux.
Okay. We'll go in the house. We'll get out. We're going to go.
Depuis.
In 15 minutes? We're going to lunch.
Je reviens les chercher dans...
Jean Vanier has brought to the world a much-needed perspective on the power of love and how it can advance spiritual progress. By recognizing the importance of every individual, regardless of their station in life, Monsieur Vanier underscores how each of us has the ability not only to lift up others, but also ourselves. His powerful message and practice of love has the potential to change the world for better, just as it has already changed the lives of countless individuals who have been touched by this extraordinary man.
Canadians are proud to count Monsieur Vanier as one of our own. Many schools across Canada are named after him. And I think the reason for that is that he models human dignity. He shows us through his life and his work that our own dignity can only be authentic if we respect and support the human dignity of others, particularly the most vulnerable.
Thank you very much for making us proud of being French, of being British, of being Canadian, and most of all, thank you for making us proud of being human beings.
People with disabilities are not people who are going to do big things, but they're beautiful people, because they're not people of the head, they're people of the heart. And so the important thing we discovered is meeting people, meeting people. And to meet someone is not just say hi, it's to get together, to listen to each other, to listen tenderly, to look with kindness, because you're another human being. You see, the whole reality is that people with disabilities have been humiliated. They've been told they're no good. They've been called names and all that stuff. But in reality, they're beautiful people. But they have to discover that. And they'll only be beautiful because we meet together. Our world is evolving, thank God. You see, it wasn't too long ago there were situations like slavery, or the First Nation people in Canada were called as savages. But what are we discovering today is that every person, whatever the job, whatever the responsibility, whatever the religion, whatever the culture, behind the job, there is you. And you are precious. And the important thing is that we discover that we are precious and that we have a mission, each one of us, to reveal to others that they are precious. And so then we can start coming together. So we're in a world that can move towards peace. So the reality is how to break down the walls. It's about meeting. And meeting is to look tenderly, to listen attentively, to care about people. Somebody came to our community not too long ago and came to talk about looking kindly at people. And somebody said, well, how can I look kindly at a jihadist? And she said, have you ever thought of praying for them? These are young people who have been broken, who are lost, and are going into an ideal which suddenly gives them excitement. They need help. And we all need help. We all need help to break down the barriers.
When you hear, I don't know, the latest atrocity from ISIS, I mean, only this morning, a story of a 12-year-old boy shooting a young man dead and being filmed, does that sort of thing dent your optimism at all?
I don't want to be optimist, I want to be realist. And that realism is to love people that I know or that I don't know or that I'm meeting, because I can't do much for that far away. But if we can each believe what we can do for the immigrants nearby, old people nearby, the beggar nearby, the beggar, unless we look at him with kindness. So it's a question, because to love is to do little things. And so when I talk about peace in our world, yes, all I can say, the road to peace is a very little way. I don't know whether the world will be at peace. All I know is that we can all try.
Hello, my name's Richard and I'm part of the last community in London, and that I like being part of the last community London, and what's so important is that the door is always open to you. It's all thanks to that man up there, that people with learning difficulties are not just put out of the way, you know, that they do have a voice and they are accepted as what we are supposed to be, human beings.
Thank you, Richard. So you have a mission, don't you?
Do I? Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
People need to listen to you.
Yeah, they do. They do need to listen to me and to other people with learning difficulties.
I'm fascinated by one thing. Your message, which questions the value of success and winning, is very counterintuitive, countercultural. Is success really such a bad thing?
No. You know, I feel in some way L Arche has become a success. So let's, you know, and thank God there is Templeton. So success is that when we're caught up in just being applauded, but without realizing what is important is that my heart has to grow and change, that the heart has also a success, which is love. And that love can become visible because we give life to people, and people give life to us. Whereas success can make us into loneliness, because we're so successful, we've gone up to the top, but we're all alone. Whereas success can only be as we're together, and we can learn to listen to criticisms and so on. So success in itself is not bad. What is important is that we be successful peacemakers.
I would like to thank all of you for attending this press conference, and for those of you who are watching online, this has been truly an honor. And Jean tried to thank us, thank the family of the foundations, thank the foundations themselves for this honor, but really I just have to bounce that back to you and thank you for allowing us to give this prize to you. It's truly a real honor. Your life is a real blessing and testament. We are all so lucky to share this earth with you. And I know I have been transformed from getting to know you better, and I think even just sitting near you is a transformative experience. So I really, truly thank you.